Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon. Let's talk to Van Hoffman. Hello, sir.
Alright, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now. Good. Look up. Now look down.
You have pretty eyes.
You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Let's just go with it. Matthew, captain of the air. No.
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place.
Yeah, I think that would be the first indicator.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Oh, so you're the bouncer? What do you mean what did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
The dialogue. Where exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Let me ask you something else.
Just don't ask me to dance.
What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
And I thought this place was gonna be fun.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
I like this guy. What kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack?
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
See you around.
Stay cool.
He was friendly. Oh, that's stealing. Don't want to do that. Also stealing. Also stealing. Fast ration pill. That's an old one. I remember that one. Is that another bypass shunt? I think I have plenty of those, right? I don't need to steal any. No, they would be here. Yeah, I got plenty.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Sam, you've said one line of dialogue since this DLC started. I'm a little sad. Ooh, but chemicals. Hey, where's Ellie? Oh. Chemicals could be good for Sam. Oh, there's the little white one again. Parbate. I just said Parbatron. Okay, let's, I haven't even had anything to drink yet.
You might
Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene.
What is chittering? Uh-huh, okay. Hello. Goodbye. Not a lot going on back here. Ooh.
Entering quiet mode.
Thank you, Sam.
How'd you do that so fast?
Oh, I didn't know they had commentary for the speed at which you did it. Is that new? What the hell? Oh, it's a cash register. Oh, I'm probably not supposed to be behind the bar. Let's,
Did you bring the payment?
Oh, they're still having their dialogue.
Did you bring the goods?
No payment, no goods.
Give me a taste of the goods. Just so I know I can trust you.
You can't trust me. Now, did you bring the payment?
I don't know.
Oh my god, is this just a logic loop? Okay. You kind of look like Pravarti.
Welcome to the Sprat
Never mind.
Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Oh. Ooh, I like purple. I don't really like alcohol. I guess wine.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure. Got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy.
A lot of past tense
Heard
there.
he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just
Ooh,
down
that
the
doesn't
road.
sound like a good place. Office of Creative Incubation.
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with
Oh, never
slogans
mind.
and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
What happened to him? What happened?
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Go on.
Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Uh-huh. How do you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name.
Wow.
Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
The arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin, sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to
So
see
he might
people
not be
go with
dead.
unfinished business.
Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Gross. How about a drink?
Name your poison.
Wow, you have everything. Holy crap, you have everything. Oh, wait, armors? High-level armors? No, these are all low-level. What is this? Cat's Eye Pressure Helm. Perfect for quiet, sensitive, and delicate tasks. Note that lack of the word lawful. Sneak attack, damage. Okay, it's unique, I'll take it.
I don't want any trouble in my place.
Any other dialogue? What do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Oh, interesting. Would any of your regulars have more information?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
What's Roscoe's story?
He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Why did you get left behind?
He didn't tell me and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it.
What can you tell me about Lenora?
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Ooh, I could be. Do you know if she spoke with Lucky Montoya at all?
Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her.
Okay, thanks for the tip.
What are friends for, eh?
Any idea where Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Salvagers must make a fortune off of Gorgon.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs.
A lot of drugs.
When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open. We're just sifting through dirt.
I mean, there's probably a monster in there. Okay, no further questions.
You got it, bub.
Bub. Alright, Wolverine. So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
So Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now?
Yes and no.
Oh my god.
Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Dare I ask why a Sprat owns this bar?
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
How would you even know which part is the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt.
Matt the Sprat?
The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
I guess I'll try not to step on him if I happen by the Groundbreaker.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of title holders over the years. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
My head wounds. Does Spacer's Choice mind your squatting in their warehouse?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
Can you answer the question without starting? Can you answer any question without starting with yes and no?
Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
I'm gonna have a look around.
Come back when you're thirsty.
Okay. Let's see, anyone have a name? Trixie, you have a name. Freddy!
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
Let them talk.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
I could intervene if you like.
You do that for me?
Sure, it's kind of what I do for everyone.
I appreciate it all the same. You'll be paid for your time and expertise, of course. Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
Say your name. State your names for the tavern.
Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for sublight
Dialogue
salvage
is so
and shipping.
good.
Same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie. Also a salvage freelancer. Though, I've been at it longer than Freddy.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
How did you mark the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
What's your side of the story, Trixie?
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Drum your fingers thoughtfully.
Quit leading the prosecution, Hullhead. Anyway, that's my story, sir.
What mark did you leave on the salvage, Trixie?
I drew X in the dirt, with my toe.
With your toe? Couldn't the marauders have walked over it by now? Or the wind have blown it away?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least, but that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
These idiots don't know how to tag salvage, so I rule in no one's favor.
That ain't no kind of fair.
He ain't even from around here, Lex.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Does this happen often?
A little too often, if you ask me. But that's the sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
That's, glad to be of service to you around.
Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
We could always go back and rile him up again later.
What are you looking at?
Freddy's a blathering idiot, but he's my blathering
Oh, now you're
idiot.
just chums?
Trixie's a stubborn gal, but I love her to pieces.
What? Okay. What is this? The stock room? Anything cool in here? No. Oh, right. I forgot vending machines give you experience for discovering. That's not how you spell bread. What is that giant thing? Oh, tobacco. Right. I gotta get back into this universe. It's so
I wouldn't get too
unique.
close to that railing, just in case.
Jerome would have loved this place.
Bar of patrons? Okay.
That last drink you ordered had a punch to it. What did you say it was called?
Are you...
Lunar
This is
equipment.
the best joint in the
Have
system.
pills and
Ain't that
2-hour
right?
energy brew. My ex used to have them with breakfast.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that guy?
I broke it off. He wouldn't take his hat off in the bedroom.
Yikes.
Every time I see a Spacer's Choice advertisement, it's like he's staring at me from behind the screen.
Oh, he had the weird Moon Man hat? Ew. Ugh. I would... What is this? What is this? What is this? Joint actuator. Hello, Leonard. What was your name? Leonardo?
You don't
Leonora.
look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey's far from over.
What makes you say that?
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
Depends on what you need.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress.
This something must be valuable.
It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
Where's Jerome now?
Nowhere good, that's for sure. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
Oh. So it brings you back.
A broken heart, that's what. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask.
Oddly specific.
I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage
Ah.
contract. And he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here.
What do you think happened to Jerome?
No point in denying it. He died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I don't like to imagine what happened, but I know I have to accept it.
I'll keep an eye out for the flask.
You'd really do that for me? Law, and I'll bet you're worth 10 of those sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion.
That's okay. I don't really need
Jerome
it.
used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first.
I wanted to ask you something first.
Yeah?
You know Lucky Montoya?
That old flirt? Yeah, I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs he'd done. All lies, I'm sure. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me.
Did he mention anything? Did he mention anything about the Gorgon research facility?
He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely.
Was he depressed?
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Sure thing. My condolences if you two were close.
Tell me about your time on Gorgon.
The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. They wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? Who wouldn't salivate at the thought? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the fan, it sprayed everyone in its path, including me.
Oof.
Huh.
Oh, there's
Who's this
Roscoe.
now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
Oh, so this is our hub for side quests, twould seem. This is, cool so far. How many quests am I up to? Journal. Quests? Okay. The ones that walk away, love is the plan. Love is the plan is death. What? Okay, let's talk to Roscoe in the next episode. So, thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.